Do you really think that in any context, even amongst your own peers, with your own understanding of what is okay and what the boundaries are, it should be completely wrong? Because I think about the consequences of this idea of imposing outside perspectives on interpersonal dynamics where all of the different issues are not always particularly clear in terms of what's involved. What is your response to that?
Yeah, look, I think that's a great question, because I think sometimes people fail to understand, what is racial discrimination or, any other form of discrimination. And the only way you're going to understand this is when it hits your own pocket, financially. And that's how I think Yorkshire County Cricket Club will probably have to sit down, and they've got an emergency meeting apparently today. More resignations are going to take place. And when sponsors are pulling out, these multinational companies are actually, this could be a change, for society. People will be thinking, right, if we don't, embrace diversity or inclusivity, then, finance will be pulled out. And that's how you're going to probably learn more about how to, make everyone feel welcome in an organisation.
Well, but Monty, I mean, I also have worries about a very narrow understanding of what diversity and inclusion is. Does it mean that everybody has to think the same, that nobody can have slights or misunderstandings? And actually, unless you conform to a very particular understanding of diversity and inclusion, then you risk financial suicide.
Well, I think these companies are teaching us that. They have their own values. They have their own perceptions of what their definition of diversity is and inclusivity. And by them sort of pulling out, look at Nike's pulled out, you've got Yorkshire Tea pulling out. And as a consumer, I know this is a sensitive topic, racial, topics that we're talking about. But also as a consumer, if I'm walking down the street, I'll be thinking, I may pop down to Nike because they believe in diversity. I may go and buy a Yorkshire Tea because they do that. And that's also from a brand perspective, they've got to, that's what they believe in. And that's what we want to see.